How's it going, everybody? You got the Razman coming at you here with another video today, answering viewer questions and just talking general channel plans on the Razman's reality. Alright y'all, so this is just a really quick video here today, not even really a full episode. I just did the on Razman's reality thing because everybody's in love with the new intro, and quite frankly so am I. But yeah, here's the thing. First of all, let me know if you're noticing an improvement or a disimprovement in sound. Reason being is that I realized that when I was switching computers and decided to go back to the Yeti, because frankly, why not go back to a desktop mic so you don't have to wear headphones when you don't need to, you don't have things in the way when I'm showing things off and all of that. But anyway, I was like, my last couple of videos were really low. I was like really cranking up the volume level in Vegas like quite a bit in post-production, and I discovered that unintentionally when the Yeti was being moved from one computer to another, the gain on the Yeti got turned way down as compared to where it should be now, which is where I had it before. So let me know if it's too loud, because if it's too loud now, it has nothing to do with the gain. It has to do with the levels that I had my Vegas track on. And what that means is I simply need to turn down the audio in Vegas. If it sounds perfect, then we're good to go. Now, as good as the Yeti is, its one drawback has always seemed to be the fact that it picks up noise from around the room, even in quote-unquote cardioid mode, which is supposed to be the mode directly for your vocals. So just because today, just out of curiosity, I did some compare and contrast microphone review videos, and I found a desktop microphone that I think absolutely blows the Yeti out of the water. I'm not dogging the Yeti. It's definitely been the best piece of desktop equipment that I've ever had, and it sounds great. But I think in terms of a microphone that just picks up vocals, I mean, barely hear it, but it's still very faintly there because there is the refrigerator in the room. It just always, to me, is not going to sound as good as it can sound. This particular microphone that I found is what's called a condenser microphone, and what that means is it's just purely for vocals. It's either to speak into and do videos like this with, or it's to actually sing with. The company that makes it actually promotes singers utilizing their microphone, and some of the more popular reviews of the microphone that you are seeing and hearing from are actually from actual musicians. Sorry for any angle change there, the phone rang, but yeah, I was looking up this other mic that I'm hoping I'll be able to obtain as a product review. If not, it's definitely my next big goal to obtain a microphone from this series. It's the Studio series from Editor's Key. So if you've never heard of this microphone, I highly recommend looking up this microphone. I think you're going to be blown away by the sound quality of it, and hopefully that will be featured here on the Razman's reality. If not, hey, I gave them a free plug anyway. But that's a side topic that I got distracted with today. The main reason that I wanted to do this video is just because I've been getting a couple of requests to do some things, and getting questions about some things, so I just thought I would address them here. The first question I think came from a few new subscribers, because older subscribers would already know why I don't do this as often, or that often, sorry. But a lot of people have been asking me as of late for a full collection overview and a room tour. Obviously, with cerebral palsy and not having a proper mobile camera, that's really, really hard to do. I did have a home health aide about close to a year, maybe even a year and a half ago now. I can't remember if it was early 2014 or late 2013, to be honest, but I did have a home health aide at the time that was willing to use my Android camera for me to film my collection with. So you can check out that collection overview. And then everything new I've actually shown or done full reviews on since, or in the process of doing full reviews on if I haven't done them, but they have been shown already. So there's that to keep in mind. But yeah, as soon as I'm able to work out the ability to do so, I will do that, as well as a room tour. There's not much to the room other than the collection though. I mean, there's just where the PlayStation 4 is, where the stereo is, where some assorted Blu-rays are that no longer fit on the back shelf. But yeah, I will do those videos because I appreciate those videos wanting to be seen. It's just a matter of not having a proper mobile camera. Those videos there, sorry, along with the fact that is what I was trying to get out there. I have some cool book editions that I've been wanting to review for ages. Is one of many, many reasons why I hope to upgrade to a proper mobile camera at some point. The problem with mobile cameras really is just the physical disability nature of them and being able to physically handle them yourself. The best one, I think, for me in my situation is going to be the GoPro, because of its size and the fact that you can mount it pretty much anywhere. So yeah, now that we have a fully good, great, compared to where we were, computer, that is my next big equipment goal, is a proper mobile camera. So I just wanted to address that. And then the other question that I've been getting a lot lately is, because I was able to get the Batman 1966 series on Blu-ray, does that mean the truth behind the cow series that I've been trying to do pretty much since the beginning of this channel, which is the definitive history of the Batman character, everything I know about the Batman character, talking about truths and myths and misunderstandings about the character? Is that series finally going to happen now that we're able to physically own the Batman 60s series on home video? Yes and no. It's going to happen in the sense that if it doesn't happen in the way I want it to within the next year, it'll happen irregardless. But even though I have a 60s show, there's still releases that I would like to own, like the Schumacher and Burton era of films. I need to own all those films on Blu-ray, even though the Schumacher ones obviously are really hit and miss, but the two Burton ones are two favorites of mine, so I need to own those on Blu-ray. And I would really like to own Batman Beyond and Batman the Animated Series and the 1940 Batman serials. I would like to actually own all of that extra media before we do that series, so that I don't have to use overlay pictures, because I'm going to have to use a lot of overlay pictures for the comic book portion of that series, simply because I can't show my actual physical comics, because most of them aren't here where I live. They're at a relative's house due to lack of space here where I live. So yeah, we'll just wait and see if in the next year or year and a half, hopefully not a year and a half, but if in the next year maybe I can work it out to where I can get some of those releases so that I can finally do that series. But I will tell you that if the full-on Truth Behind the Cow series can't happen, that we are still going to do a full-on review by review, blow by blow series with the 60s show. So the 60s show just may be its own series after I get through with my personal watch of the series, just for me and for my own enjoyment purposes. Which, for anybody curious, I'm currently on the final disc of season 2. So I've got 4 discs left to go, counting the bonus features. Actually 5, because I have the extra disc, the Adam West naked disc in the version I have. So I have 5 discs left to go with my personal watch just for me, and then I can begin work on planning this series for you guys. And then if we do the Truth Behind the Cow, the show will just be revisited in like short, concise, this is the history of it, blah blah blah. If you want to know the whole thing, go back and check out the show series that I've already done. So that's the way we're going to handle that. For the final time, sorry for any angle change there, film rang a second time, but I just want to tell you guys and gals what my plans are for the channel for the week, and hopefully for consistency from here on out, because as you know, I was actually doing videos every day there for a while and really going nuts and having fun with it. But then this weekend my allergies just suck, so I couldn't get a video up Saturday or Sunday. But tomorrow I plan on having FK Vlogs Ask, the return of that series. As Frankie finally came up with a discussion question, possibly 2. I'm going to have to talk to James and Ian about one of the questions that she asked, though, because it was actually a top 5 list, so that might actually go into top 5 Fridays for a future episode if they like the idea. But one way or another, FK Vlogs Ask will be back in some form for tomorrow's episode. And then Wednesday, I'm going to hopefully debut my Recommends series, which is a series of things that my friends have recommended to me directly or through reviews to check out that I haven't seen. So I'm going to be doing the first episode of that, ironically just because of the way that it worked out, and the person who gives me most reviews, most recommendations for things to review, FK Vlogs, also shares the spotlight on that one along with Stoutman. So both her and Stoutman actually really recommended the same film. So that'll be the first episode of that. Thursday, Netflix Pick of the Week will be back after the long hiatus and all the craziness with the holidays and not having other things to review off cable and all of that. So that'll be back on Thursday. And then Friday, of course, is top 5 Fridays franchises. And then over the weekend, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do yet. The weekends might be the 2 days that I don't do a video every day. It will just depend on how things turn out. But with that, happy National Championship Day. Ohio against the world. OHIO. Let's go Bucks. Beat them Ducks. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. As always, thank you to my Patreon supporter, Annie Maiden. Your support is greatly appreciated. Please subscribe if you're new here and you like what you saw here today, because I would love to see you again. And this is reality according to the Razman. And Razman style is not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.